Cheers!
Hi
ka-Entreprenoys!
ka-Entreprenoys!
And welcome back to our show.
Kaya mo din yan. I'm Joanne,
I'm Charlie.
and for today's episode,
We'll talk about what makes an entrepreneur. Let's start with understanding. Ano-ano nga ba yung sinasabi natin na essential skills ng isang tao para masabi na pang-entrepreneur to, pang-business person to? Kasi 'di ba, for the longest time, we have been saying that entrepreneurship is the road less taken. Like, bakit nga ba laging sinasabi yon, and why is it more and more becoming of an issue of hindi iba kasi kapag nagnenegosyo ka, hindi, iba kasi employee mindset ka. May difference ba yung skill sets ng isang entrepreneur at ng isang tao na ang interest ay maging empleyado lang? So, kung tatanungin kita, ano yung sasabihin mo na essential skills kailangan mo para maging successful entrepreneur? Yeah.
feeling ko kung meron ka nito, talagang mas magiging successful or mas magiging madali para sa atin yung journey ng pagiging isang business owner.
Mm-mm.
Number one, yung resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi dapat you have the capacity to go through failures and challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Kung hindi ka matatag, lahat ng darating sa'yo sa pagbe-business, pwede ka lang talagang give up. Second is, I think yung leadership. Capable tayo na mag-lead and also mag-inspire ng team
Mm-hmm.
or ng employees natin. Naniniwala ka ba doon na parang hindi lahat kayang mag-lead?
Oo.
Iba yung pagiging leader sa boss. Maybe we can make another episode about leadership and boss. Ang dami nating naka-line up, no?
Mahaba po yung
Diba?
utang namin
Yes.
sa inyo. But
So,
we'll get there.
Yeah. So, dapat yung leadership nandun and then yung communication.
Yes.
For me, sa communication, doon dapat yung nako-communicate mo, especially doon sa employees or sa clients mo, kung ano ba talaga yung business mo. That's very important. Sa empleyado naman, dapat yung vision mo for the company. Para yung, kumaga tuloy-tuloy yung alignment nung buong company. And creativity.
Yeah.
Creativity, masasabi ko na you always have to think outside the box. Narinig ko nga sa'yo dati. Kasi ako, pagdating sa kumpanya na pinapatakbo ko, parang, especially pag may mga isosolve akong problems, I always look outside looking in. Hindi yung, kasi pag halimbawa ito yung problem, tas nandyan ka din, hindi mo makikita kung anong tamang solusyon kasi nasa loob ka.
May advantage yung pagkakaroon ng bird's eye view.
Yes. Last is financial acumen siguro. Kasi papasok tayo sa business nang hindi natin alam yung kung papaano natin nahawakan yung accounting especially.
Oo.
So, but of course, you can outsource that through IEM.
Yeah.
I think yun yung sa akin yung pinaka-importante na if you have that characteristics, mas magiging madali sa'yo yung journey ng isang entrepreneurship. How about you? Or you have comments? Baka may na-miss out
Actually,
ako?
there are 3 things na nagre-resonate sa akin or I would like to add to, no? Umpisahan natin yung kasasabi mo lang na financial acumen, no? So, for me, I have been in the startup world for quite some time din naman. And syempre, part ng pagiging founder is for you to pitch your idea to investors. I've seen and heard a lot of stories of different founders. Some are lucky enough na even after raising funds, they still have the majority control of their company. But there are also unfortunate stories na siguro dumating kasi yung founders dun sa point na kailangan ng pera eh. Kasi andun palaki na yung company. So, kailangan mo lang ng funds to sustain it. And hindi naman bago sa atin na tayong mga Pilipino, we're not really educated how to manage our finances. Hindi lahat may kakayanang bumasa or how to make sense of the financial statement. If you always ask them, babalik at babalik siya sa financial literacy. 'Di ba? Kasi unless you are a graduate of business ad or accountancy, so it's important to also learn that somehow, at least understand what or how things mean, 'di ba?
Sabi nga ng mentor ko, accounting is the heart of the business daw.
Yung usapin kasi ng paglabas ng pera. Kasi whether it's an expense or an investment, maglalabas at maglalabas ka ng pera. But how can you consider something as an expense or an investment? Tapos yung isa pa na nag-a-agree ako sa'yo would be the communication skills. Kasi as a business owner, it all starts with the idea. Diba? No matter how good your idea is, if you fail to communicate yung heart ng idea mo and how it will be able to help others deal with a problem that your business or your concept will try to address, hindi magpo-flourish yung business mo. Kasi there will always be misconceptions na akala nila you're not able to do that, pero you just missed to communicate it. When you're still in the phase of testing out an idea, it's already important to see how well you communicate it to others, whether it's for investors or, for your customers. Kasi, again, babalik tayo dun sa mahirap i-benta or magbenta rin ng something na hindi mo rin naman masyadong naiintindihan or hindi mo siya kayang pasimplehin to a level of a 5th grader. Yun. So, yeah, that's a communication skills. And then, siguro ang idadagdag ko na lang dyan, dun din sa creativity mo is because, especially when you're starting an innovative solution.
Yeah.
By the way, when we say innovative solution, it's not just, a tech startup. When you say technology kasi, normally isipin, IT to or something. No, it's actually just thinking of a creative way on how you can address a problem, diba? So, yun, there can be a lot of ideas out there, but it depends on parang how creative can you execute it at the end of the day. Yun yung magiging competitive edge mo. So, yun. Ang idadagdag ko pa dyan, going back, medyo magbabacktrack tayo ng konti, is a good entrepreneur or a good business owner is someone who is curious and observant. When you have the curiosity kasi, it's your driving force to keep digging into something until you fully understand it. Hindi lang yung problem, but also how solving that problem can actually alleviate or help people live easier lives. Kasi a lot of us would go through life na, I'm just so occupied, sobrang pagod ako sa trabaho, na even if we already see problem, dadaanan mo lang yan. Uuwi ka, and then, Netflix and whatnot. But someone who is curious continuously keeps thinking of things, okay, how can I improve this? Yung curiosity and observation. Pero hindi tayo lahat capable of, making sense out of the data that we actually gather.
Magaling tayo doon.
Oo, diba? So, ito yung mga business owner, I believe sila yung mga marites at saka mga tolits na take yung pagiging marites into a different level. Yeah. And then, lastly, and which I would like to highlight, would be selling skills. Sa selling skills kasi, so now you have the idea, diba? Kung gagawa ka ng business. Syempre, your idea is good as nothing if you cannot offer it to people. So, yung selling skills kasi, it's it's broad eh. Parang, ganito yan. Tignan na lang natin ulit yung mga tech startups. Kadalasan, ang founders nito ay mga tech people. And not to generalize, but most tech people kasi have this tendency to keep things to themselves. That's why they will hire, people na mas outgoing to be able to actually make sense of what they're building, communicate it to others, and the ability to persuade others to actually get yung product. So, your idea is good as nothing if you cannot bring it out of the shelf to the others.
Okay.
Oo. So, meron pa yung mga subsets ng skills. Ito na nga, papasok na dito yung the art of asking questions. Diba? So, yun. Which is also related to curiosity. Because when you're curious, your tendency is to ask questions. Like, remember probably your kids or your pamangkin who are like in the 5 to 8-year-olds. Like,
walang katapusang why.
Why? Parang tama eh. It's a never-ending why until ma-satisfy yung curiosity din nila. At saka hindi ka titigil kapag halimbawa meron ka ng idea or nakapagtayo ka na ng laundry business or ng cafe. Dahil nakatayo na siya, you stop asking questions na. Hindi eh. It should be a continuous effort of understanding your market, your customers, your employees, so that you can continually innovate. So, yun, yung mga skills na yun, I believe, are really essential. So, you can have a higher chance of succeeding as a business owner. Kung hindi mo man iniisip na maging business owner, as an employee, it would also help you navigate yung
career.
pag-akyat mo sa career mo, either for promotion or even when you're thinking of shifting careers. Yun naman yung masasabi kong skills.
Nung nabanggit mo yung laundry shop, bigla akong naisip I think kailangan din yung decision making.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi as a business owners, may mga parang instances na kailangan mong mag-decide agad.
Oo.
Diba?
Oo.
So, I think dapat meron din tayo nun, yung kung gaano tayo kabilis mag-decide. So, manong masasabi mo about decision making?
Ito yung masasabi ko na medyo funny to a point. Kasi there are people who are very creative. Pero kung dumating sila dun sa point na, okay, especially for those people na nagsimula na rank and file, tapos biglang lumabas ng company, nagtayo ng business, suddenly they have to manage people, ganyan, and they have this very creative and useful idea, syempre, and then they will be presented with a problem that they need to decide on, and when it involves people, they shy away. If a person or if a business owner fails to, decide quickly or take risks, you can't miss a lot of opportunities. It's either lost opportunity or like losses na financial naman din or even tao. Kasi nga, di ba, sa pagpapatakbo rin talaga ng negosyo, nagmamatter din yung interpersonal skills mo.
Yeah.
Yung sinasabi mo na leadership. Kasi the normal tendency of business owners is to please their people. Kasi ito pa yung mga stage na hindi pa kasi kita talaga kayang bayaran na competitive package sa market, diba? So, your thinking is, I have to keep you. So, para makip kita, what do you need? What do you want? O, sige, bigay lahat. Ganyan.
Pumapasok yung parang pagiging people pleaser natin.
Yes. Oo. Pero eventually kasi, it's gonna catch up with you and take a toll on you. Kasi you're putting yourself in a position wherein you might be bending backwards overly that you're gonna break your self. Kasi nako-compromise na hindi lang ikaw, but the business itself. Having all of these skills and considering ngayon yung market na sobrang bilis magpalit, tapos the demands to businesses ng customers ay pataas ng pataas. How important it is for you yung skill ng flexibility or adaptability?
Yung adaptability is very crucial as a business owner. Kasi parang change is constant eh. I remember nung parang sinasabi ko na yung IEN kaya, parang 10 years from now, relevant pa kaya kami. So parang every single day, naiisip ko kung ano yung pwede naming gawin na parang changes para tuloy-tuloy lang yung pagiging relevant namin sa mga client namin and then sa industry. So, yeah, being adaptable sa atin, entrepreneurs, parang very important para maging yung alam natin kung paano tayo mag-strategize sa mga changes na nangyayari. Especially pagdating dun sa innovation, I guess. So, I think, yun lang, to stay relevant.
That's true. Let me just cite a few examples, no? There was a time where renting a printer would cause a company, like one printer would be, I think, $500,000 to $1 million per year. Diba? Ganon ka-intense yung printing. Then came pandemic. Then these printers, hindi na siya ganun ka-useful. Kasi, pwede naman pala na PDF lang. Pwede naman pala na digital signatures lang. Hindi ko na kailangang i-print, hindi ko na kailangang i-courier. So, they have to adapt. And it's forecasted na printer business or printing business will be there for, I guess, like another 5 years or so. Medyo backtrack pa tayo ng konti. Cameras.
Yeah.
Diba? There came a time wherein kailangan sobrang ganda ng shot mo. Kasi, paano kung 36 shots lang yung film ng roll mo?
Oo, diba dati?
Diba? Tapos pag magpapa-photocopy, photocopy ka ulit, hisilipin mo pa siya sa iga. Oh my God, it shows the age.
Parang binubuking mo yung natin.
Oo, diba? Tapos kailangan ingat na mag-ingat ka pa pag alis tong film kasi baka ma-expose. Pag na-expose, wala ka ng copy. So, sayang na yung mo, diba? And now, everyone can actually take photos. Diba? Tapos, unlimited. Tapos, you can edit it pa just with cellphone. Ang pinakamagandang ginawa nila is that, diba dati nga, from film, ngayon, pwede na yung SD cards or diretso na sa cloud para same output siya, which is a digital copy of your picture. So nag-adapt sila. Yes, oo. That's why, babalik ako dito sa sinabi ko na yung curiosity, yung pagiging observant mo, dapat nandoon na may forecast ka na kagad na, parang dito papunta yung demand. So, how can I, kung hindi man ka-adapt ng mabilis, how can I pioneer? Diba? Yung pag-transition from this approach to this approach. Kasi nga, nothing is constant. Diba? Apart from change lang din talaga.
Parang yung Nokia or Nokia kasi ang pagkakaano ko yan before, kasi yan yung parang first na phone.
Oo,
diba?
BlackBerry din. Nawala sila.
Diba? Parang nawala. Bakit sila nawala? Baka di sila, minsan na iisip ko, baka hindi sila nag-innovate.
Yes.
Or masyado silang naging complacent. Hindi, top 1 kami, number 1 kami. Tapos ang daming nagsulputan na mas magagaling.
Yes.
So parang hindi siguro sila naging ready. Hindi sila nag-adapt. That's why.
Remember when it was still Nokia, iba-iba talaga yung shape, sizes ng phones. We have been talking about these skills, pero how effective are they nga ba? Like, do you know of any successful business owners or entrepreneurs who have successfully used these skills to grow their business?
Wala akong pinipeg na entrepreneurs.
Mm-mm.
Pero sa kwento sa akin ni Eric lagi, yung sa ano ng Tesla.
Si Elon Musk.
Oo, si Elon Musk. I think, kumbaga, isa siya sa pwedeng masabi natin na talagang pwede mong, magandang gayahin. Ginagawa niya. Pero sa mga nakilala ko lang or sa mga alam kong business owners, I think, nabibilang doon yung mga dating boss ko. So, kung sa ina-admire lang, parang malaking factor or part sila, ang laki ng impact nila sa akin. I remember parang 2 years ago, sabi ko sa isang boss ko, 80% of how I manage people, nirarun yung company, nagaya ko sa inyo. So, hopefully, sir, sa mga boss ko, makapag-guest kayo dito. I would love to share to everyone or to the world kung gaano ako ka-grateful na kayo yung naging boss ko. At ito na yung product eh. Masasabi kong, ako ngayon because of you talaga. Ayoko muna silang pangalanan. So, sila, yung previous na bosses ko, especially yung dalawa, na kanina lang ka-meeting natin yung isa.
Yes. So, yun nga, no? Iba kasi talaga yung leading by example. Because no matter how cliche it can be, actions really speak louder than words. And it also is the main difference between a leader and a boss. Diba? So, yun. Siguro there are a few people who I can name as sobrang galing ng execution nila ng skills. For instance, number 1 is si Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is one of the judges sa Shark Tank, which is a business pitching TV show din abroad. Sabi nga niya, if there is one skill na important sa kanya, it's the skill of selling. Kasi kahit mawala lahat ng meron siya ngayon, and yung selling skills na lang yung meron siya, no doubt na mararating niya pa ulit kung ano yung nawala sa kanya because of selling. The ability to sell. Oo. And then another is pagdating sa interpersonal skills. Ito pa pala yun, yung as an entrepreneur kasi or as a business owner, you should have an eye for talent sa people mo na hawak. I'm sure dumaan ka din dito, yung face na kapag nag-hire ka ng tao, tapos nakita mo na mas magaling siya sa'yo, ay, hindi! Kailangan ako pa rin yung pinakamagaling kasi ako yung manager, yung nai-insecure ba sa mga tao, ganyan. So,
wala akong matandaan. Mas nakakatuwa yung mas magaling. Pero siguro na-train na ako dun sa dati kong company na hindi marami tayong kakilala, 'di ba, na parang gusto nila sila lang yung magaling.
Yeah.
Pero parang ako, based sa mga experiences and then trainings na na-attendan ko, parang the more na mas magaling yung mga tao sa'yo, or yung mga tao mo, mas madali yung trabaho. Parang yung same lang din naman yun kung, halimbawa, tayo, tapos parang ayaw ko kasi ang galing-galing mo eh. Pero dapat doon ka lumapit sa mas magagaling sa'yo.
Surround yourself with the people who you'd like to become.
Yes. So, medyo hindi ako ganun dyan.
But, which is good. Because there are people na sobra yung hindi. I have to be the expert because I am the owner. Yung may mga ganong mentality, or I have to be the expert because I am the boss.
I just want to explain, kasi di ba kanina, tinatanong mo ako, kung naramdaman ko ba sa mga empleyado yung, ayaw ka nang may mas magaling, gusto ako lang magaling. Wala ako totally na naramdaman talaga na ganun. Kasi, baliktad sa akin, during employee days ko, ako yung parang nagsasabi na, mo, yung mga boss, parang mas magaling pa ako sa kanila. Parang ako kasi yung gumagawa ng lahat eh. Parang ano kaya ang ano nila? Parang,
Papasok lang sila.
oo, parang hindi
ano
mo sila
okay na
na-stress.
lahat. Oo.
Tapos minsan makita mo, nagbakasyon. Tapos nung nandito na ako,
When is your turn?
doon ko na-realize na, sobra palang nakakapagod tong pagiging isang employer, business owner. Katulad ngayon, halimbawa, pag makikita ng mga empleyado namin na nasa gym ako, siguro sasabihin, yan si Ma'am John, pa-gym-gym lang naman yan eh. Pero my God, hindi ko kayang ma-explain, pero maybe a lot of business owners na makaka-relate sa akin na sobrang iba yung difference talaga. Siguro sa akin, ang swerte ko lang na nag-umpisa ako sa pagiging empleyado. And then ngayon na isa na akong business owner, doon ko mas naiintindihan. Hindi lang yung perspective ng isang employer or isang business owners, but also yung isang empleyado. Ang sarap nung ganong journey na nagsimula dun sa baba, tas nandito ngayon. Well, disclaimer, hindi ko sinasabing, nandito ako sa taas, pero yung parang yung ladder ba, na pagdaanan.
When in fact, dapat ang skill mo is to scout for people who are better than you, so that you can focus on other things and you can delegate your tasks to them, diba? Para you also gain personal freedom and, especially freedom with your time.
Yes.
Diba? So, yun. So, ang naiisip ko dito si Sandy Lerner, who is the founder of Cisco. So, siya naman, ang naging approach niya para mapalago yung company na Cisco is that binabad niya talaga yung sarili niya, talking to people, talking to customers, understanding, after using our routers, ano yung feedback ninyo. She even opened yung codes to the users so that they can actually contribute to betterment of the solution. Hindi lang yun. When they got acquired then or invested, way back then, inalagaan niya rin yung tao niya. So, which I would say na sobrang successful siya pagdating sa bandang yun. Creativity, pinag-uusapan lang natin kanina dito, bakit namatay si BlackBerry at bakit namatay si Nokia at bakit, nung buhay pa si Steve Jobs, sobrang grabe, skyrocketing yung growth ng iPhone, diba? Tapos now, people are saying, hindi na ganon ka-spectacular yung difference from iPhone 10 to 11, 14 to 15, diba? Because nawala yung creative mind powering yung innovation, diba? So, that's Steve Jobs. So, nakikita natin dito na if you will really, hindi naman necessarily na nasa iyo lahat tong skills na to, but if you will just focus on one and really hone it, it can, it can take you to thousands and thousands of miles. Not just you, but also the company behind you. Yun. Now, is there really a difference between having an entrepreneur mindset? Kasi usong-uso, lalo na siguro 3 years ago nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, tapos lahat nga gustong magnegosyo, tapos sinasabi, hindi, you should have an entrepreneurial mindset. Hanggang sa dumating tayo sa punto na entrepreneurship becomes a course or a subject in college, actually. So for you, how would you define the entrepreneurial mindset?